In this video, we will show you how to replace your antenna base and cable on this Ford F-150. This will be located along the passenger side of your vehicle. Let's get into it. Okay friend, let's get started on our job. To be able to remove the antenna base, we're going to start on the outside of the vehicle and remove the antenna, confirming that it is reusable. For that, I'm going to use a 3/8 wrench. We'll be right down along the very end of the antenna where it goes onto the base. And we're going to turn this counterclockwise. Typically, once it breaks free, you should be able to do this by hand. Once you have that off of there, you want to make sure you give it a close inspection, especially down next to where this threaded portion is. This looks good. Let's set it aside. Now we're making our way into the passenger compartment. On the passenger side, we're going to open up our glove box. Now once that's open, we want to make sure we remove everything from inside the glove box, and we're going to pay attention along the outboard side, the passenger side of the glove box. In this area, you're going to find that you have a small rod. This is essentially what prevents the glove box from opening up too fast and causing damage, so we need to dislodge this. To dislodge it, we're going to take hold of the lever rod itself, and we'll hold that forward towards the glove box, and we're going to press the glove box up, essentially squeezing them together. Once you've done that, you should be able to slide that out of place. We'll just go ahead and give it a little wiggle. It's going to slide out from the inside of the glove box there. This should release. You can see the small groove where that fits into. Now along each side of the glove box, you're going to find a small locking tab. You have to go ahead and depress it. The one on the outboard side is kind of down towards the center. As you move towards the inboard side here, that one's just right out in the open. We'll squeeze each of those towards the center of the glove box, and we can bring this down. Now we'll be looking up inside this area. Now with that glove box down, we can see this orange wire making its way across. This is the antenna cable. The connector is all the way towards the middle of the vehicle. You can see it right here. To easily gain access to this, let's just go ahead and separate it from its box or from its mounting points here. Now, if you were looking at the connector portion itself, you're going to find two white dots. Right where the white dots are is where the locking tabs are. For this one in particular, we're going to squeeze in on this right here, and then you should be able to draw the other side apart. A quick inspection of both ends for corrosion. It's not common, but if there is some, you definitely want to take care of it. Now we can follow that cable all the way across, heading towards the passenger side of the vehicle. Now we can see the cable makes its way behind these wiring harnesses. You don't have to really disconnect them. You can just fold them down if necessary. Approximately where you can see this black area on our cable itself is where you're going to have a small locking tab. We're going to have to actually pry this up. You can use a small prying device. I'm using a trim tool. You can use a flat blade screwdriver if necessary. Now along the side of the dash, there's a small trim panel that we're going to remove. For this, I'm just going to use a trim tool. You can use pretty much anything as a prying device. Try to get in between this area. It's kind of a tight fit, so you just need to find a spot that it can fit, either along the bottom, maybe even along the top. It's really up to you. You can see all those locking tabs. Pull that out of place. Now with that trim panel separated, we're going to continue following that cable. You're going to find that there's a small area that it is actually pressed into. It's attached to a wiring harness. We want to go ahead and dislodge that. I'm using a long pry bar here. I'm being very careful not to cause any damage. We just want to go ahead and try to separate this area from each other. Okay. So it's separated a little bit differently than it typically should, and that's okay. When it comes time for installation, we essentially just want to make sure we have this stabilized so you can use a wire tie if necessary. The next thing we're going to do is continue on with some string at the very end of that cable. We want to make sure that this will not slide off. The reason why we're doing this is so when it's time to remove the antenna base and the cable, we're going to be drawing it up and out of the vehicle. We want to have string, so when we bring this up and through, when it's time to install the cable, we can go ahead and bring it right back through using our string that we had attached. Now we're going to have to start pulling back the rear portion of the front fender liner. Where on the passenger side, you're going to find that you have several 5.5mm headed mounting bolts. There's 2 along the corner here, and then they make their way up along the side of the wheel well. Let's start down at the bottom. We'll start removing all 4 of these, and then we'll continue on to some push pins. Two more. That's all 4 mounting bolts we'll be removing. We'll continue on to removing our push pins. I'm using a trim tool. Now we're going to start dislodging this. To do that, we're going to have to push it inboard a little bit because it makes its way in and behind the fender. With that pulled away, we can see our antenna cable making its way all the way up to that base. Let's start by dislodging the cable mounting grommet that goes through the body of the vehicle. It's this area right here. Typically you can use your fingers to start prying it away. If you had to, you could use a small prying device. You just want to be extremely careful not to cause any damage to the body of the vehicle. Now we're not going to fully draw this out yet. Let's make our way straight up, following that cable. As you make your way up inside this area, you're going to find that you have the cable base, which is a metal bracket, and it's held to the body of the vehicle with a 10mm headed mounting bolt. Let's go ahead and remove that bolt, but keep in mind that's the last thing holding this base to the body of the vehicle, so we're going to hold on to that as well once it starts coming out. There's our mounting bolt. Tugging this down. It's starting to move here. When you start pulling this down, you want to also pull it away from the body of the vehicle. The base itself will have a small hook that can go into the body. Hang you up a little bit. There's our base. Now we're going to start removing the cable. Just go ahead and lightly start tugging on this. If it feels like it's binding in any way, make your way back inside the passenger compartment and attempt to figure out why it's binding. We want to make sure we do not lose that string while it's making its way through. Okay. There it is, friend. Untie your string. All right, let's prepare for installation of our antenna base and cable. We're going to start by tying the end of the string onto the very end of our cable here, and then we can start drawing it through the body of the vehicle in towards where the passenger compartment is. Let's tie the string to the cable here. And wrap it around, tie it on. Now we've got that attached to the string. Let's just go ahead and start bringing the cable end up inside this area. Now we'll put the base up on top of the tire, someplace where it will not fall down. We'll make our way inside the passenger compartment. Let's see if we can get this through here. Slow and steady wins the race. You can see the end. It's a good sign. Now obviously we need enough slack to bring us all the way up to our connector here. This is looking great so far. Now we're back inside the wheel well area. We're going to start getting this in position. Now obviously there's plenty of slack still out here, so I'm going to take that slack and push it up inside the body of the vehicle. We'll continue on with our rubber grommet. As far as that rubber grommet, you can see that it has a small groove. That's for the body of the vehicle. So we'll just have to bend and twist this a little bit. You can also use a small pocket screwdriver if necessary. We just want to go ahead and try to press this in, have it perfectly seated. Double check, make sure it's making a good seal here, otherwise you could get moisture or debris inside your passenger compartment, which we don't want. Now we'll continue on with the base. As far as the base, we're going to have to align this with the upper mounting port. We'll slide it all the way up and out, and then align the mounting base port for the mounting bolt. Just have a quick look. Looks like we're properly aligned. Now it's time for our 10mm mounting bolt. Go ahead and start it in, snug it up. Double check, make sure that's properly secured. We're also confirming that our rubber grommet is also in place as it needs to be. This is perfect. Let's get this fender liner back in place. You want to make sure that the fender liner does go in and behind the fender, especially along all the mounting areas. You have some tabs that are part of the fender. Just want to go ahead and slide it in and behind those. We'll make our way all the way down at the bottom where we have the area for our mounting bolts. That goes behind this area as well. Just go ahead and flex it if necessary. Push this away. There we are. While holding this in place, we're going to start in each of our 4 5.5mm mounting bolts. Once all of those are started in, you can go ahead and snug them up and we'll continue on with our push pins. This one's a little bit difficult to see. Now let's start snugging them up. Time for our push pins. Make your adjustments as necessary as far as that fender liner is concerned, aligning the push pin port, and then press it into the locked position. We'll just double check, make sure everything's properly secured so this does not come loose while you're driving, which can cause damage. Now we're back inside that glove compartment area. We can remove our string from this. We're going to connect it into its connector up along this area, and we'll run it along the HVAC box. We'll just turn this so we can see the area where the lock goes. Press that in. A little tug, confirming it's properly secured. Now this is going to make its way all the way across here. Let's go ahead and line it up, press it in as you make your way along. Now we're going to go for the next 2 mounting points. For these, there's one that's out in the open right here. It presses into the box. The other one's going to be attached to the wiring harness. It's a little bit hard to reach. Just carefully reach your arm inside this area. Just gonna line them up. Press those in together. A little tug. That one's hard to see, like I said. We'll continue on to the next one. Just going to press that other one right in behind these wiring harnesses here. Double check, make sure it's secured all the way across. After running the wire, it's time to reinstall our panel. This is going to go behind this seal right here, so we're just going to roll it right into position. Just go ahead and tuck it right back there. Continuing on, we're going to align all of our little push clips or locking clips along the back side there and press it into position. Just double check all the way around, confirming it's properly seated. Now we can start bringing the glove box up into position. What we need to do first is bring it up high enough that our locking tabs fit up and behind this area of the dash, and then we're going to continue on with this lever. Just squeeze those in. Now, as far as this right here, it has a small tab that's going to go into this groove right along this area, and we'll lock it in. Listen for a click from that, a little tug confirming it's properly secured, test the functionality. Now we're on the outside of the fender. It's time to continue on with the antenna itself. Go ahead and line that up. We'll turn this all the way clockwise until it bottoms out and snug it up with our 3/8 wrench. Right there's bottomed out. Just a tiny bit further. We do not want to cause any damage, but we do need to make sure everything's properly secured. Okay, friend, we finished our installation. The next thing you need to do is go ahead and make your way inside the passenger compartment, start up the vehicle, and test the functionality. Aside from that, thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.